Hey guys, Moediv Jedi here doing OBS tutorial. Actually, this is the second one I'm doing because the first one started sounding okay, but then once as I loaded the game got really loud and you actually couldn't really hear my voice at all. So hopefully I'll be able to fix that. I'll figure something out while I'm doing this. And there was something else I actually forgot. So this is OBS Studio. Alright, let's just go. And for some reason it seems like the video is not capturing my cursor correctly. So even though it looks like I'm pointing at something else, what I'll do is I'll try to say what I'm actually pointing at. So I'm actually going to click on File. You've got Show Recordings, Remux Recordings, Settings, Show Settings Folders. Always exit that, and I don't tend to not really actually go and actually use the top menus that much, to be honest. So I got a scene collection. It's called Jedi, and then you got your tools, and then help. Right now, this is where your scenes are. So I have, of course, I've got my stream intro, Xbox AFK. Stream outro, and then Skyrim no cam, which is actually should be stream no cam really, and then scene 2, which is scene 2 is just this one for video making. As you can see, I have a display capture, so it's only to capture the actual video display. I have it set to 1280 by 720 because it's easier for me to set it up for games that way, whereas my other monitor is still set to 1920 by 1080. I also have the input capture here. This is set to my headset microphone, okay, so that you actually can hear me. That's what your mic will be, and I'll show you in a minute. What we'll do is we'll go to settings for a sec there and just go through all the settings. As you can see here, you got your language, and you got your theme. The theme, I got it set to dark, but you can actually set it to default, which is actually this color. It's very bright, but I like it, kind of like it dark, so I have it on dark. And that's pretty much all I change here. I don't change anything else. And then you got your stream stuff here. Okay, so you got your streaming service. That stays where that is, and of course it's going to be Twitch. And then you got your server. You gotta and you don't necessarily pick the closest city to where you are. For the most part, yes, that will work. And I'll run a little app that I downloaded. Pretty easy to find, and I'll try to do that right after I go through all the settings here. And of course, you got your stream key. All right, so output. This is a very important window, actually. This tells basically OBS what all the output settings to go to Twitch. So I've got it set to simple. Based on my current PC and from speaking with a bunch of other people and whatnot, I've got my video bitrate set to 2700. I can go as high as 33 based on what Twitch allows. But I think that 2700 is pretty good. Most people will actually suggest between 2000 and 2500. Encoder, always use software X264. Audio bit rate, originally I had it at 128, but you don't really need to. I think 64 is fine. The lower, it's lower quality audio, but it's still half decent. But it reduces the amount of bandwidth you're going to take when you're sending it out to Twitch. I have this check marked, Enable Advanced Encoder Settings, which allows you to grab these things here. Enforce streaming services bit rate limits, that I kind of leave unchecked. You don't necessarily have to have it. This one right here is encoder preset. Usually it's highly recommended to set it to very fast. The higher settings the less processing power, but the graphics will start to to go, right? So if you have like a super high-end PC, you would probably go lower. But for PC gaming, I think you have to actually have it to very fast or even at ultra fast, because you want your CPU to be used by the game and not so much by OBS. So that's my settings there for the output. Under audio, I don't have anything set up here, and I'll show you that in a minute. Video, it's all grayed up because I'm recording. My size is, my base canvas size is 1920 by 1080, but my output is 1280 by 720. So that means my output will be set to the source on Twitch will be 720p. And then I have it set to this sharpening, scaling, 32-bit sample, and of course 30 frames per second. I don't have anything under hotkeys or under advanced. I don't use any of those. Okay, so now we're back here. Now, as you remember, I had nothing set up in the audio because I put them here. I always have them here. I have two of them. One is audio input capture, which is my Xbox, the microphone. And I have another one, which is the output. So I go to audio output capture. You can say audio output capture. You go OK, and then you just select. I just select headphones, but you can select probably your speakers, headphones, which is your. Mine says Realtek Audio, which almost everybody has, I think, right now on their PC for the most part is Realtek Audio, and that's basically your sound card. Depending how you've got your system configured. If you are using your headset with your controller connected via USB like I do, well, obviously it's going to be Xbox controller. Okay, so that's what I usually have. So there's my output now, and nothing's there because I have nothing playing. Okay, now again, as I mentioned before, this is a display capture just so I can record all this. Okay, I do not use a display capture for gaming. Alright, let's minimize this thing here now. I need to find out where that little app was. I know I installed it. Let's see if I can find it anywhere here. I'm pretty sure it was something about Twitch, so let's go to T. Oh, I passed it. Twitter. Nothing under T? That's a little odd. So I just installed it. You can actually go under the thing and just go Twitch. Here, let me actually just go to my other monitor. I'll go to my... you won't be able to see what I'm doing here, but... I just want to see where I put it. Twitch test. That's what it's called. Alright, let's do a search for Twitch test. There it is. Okay. So all you have to do is go and download this, really, is this Twitch test. And so all you do is, I just double click it, and here you go. So you have to put your stream key in. I left it 64K in 10-second short burst, and then obviously I took Europe out, Asia out, and other. I just left United States because I'm in Canada, so it's the closest to me, right? So that being said, you just go start, and it'll start doing tests, and it'll do the bandwidth and RTT, which is return, basically your kind of like your ping, and then the quality. And so we'll let that run. And then we'll go back to we'll come back to it after. We'll just review a few other things within OBS. As you can see, like I mentioned before, I have multiple scenes. They're all set to different things here, and so you should be able to see this. I think if I don't know if I click this, I don't know if you'll see it or not in the video. You should be able to. That's my main one, and I have tons of things in there. I've got the border, I've got my little cup, I've got my name, I've got the logo, and if I scroll down, I've got my game capture there. And of course, I've got the stream. Okay, so let's go back to the main scene here. What I'm going to do now, because we have that thing running, let's open up the Xbox app. And I'm just going to go fairly quickly. Basically, this is what the Xbox app looks like. And what we're going to want to do is, you got the settings down here. And hopefully my cursor actually is pointing at the right thing, because the last time I looked at the video, the cursor was not pointing at the thing. So the second one from the bottom is called Connections. You click that, and now you see Connect your Xbox One. And the name of my Xbox is Xbox One. I didn't bother renaming it. You got Test Streaming, you got More, Controller. I just go click Stream, and then all of a sudden it's connecting to the Xbox. And there we go. So now I have to grab my controller, and now I have control of the Xbox. So I'm going to load the game. The game did seem kind of loud to me, but especially in the replay when I was looking at the video. And so we'll see how loud it is here. I tend to always get the network quality problem error as soon as I launch this. So we just press B so we can get to the main screen here. So we get started. Okay, so there we go. Now it's starting. Okay. Now let's go back to OBS. Now we'll see we have audio output. Let's go to the mixer here, because it does sound like it's pretty loud. We're going to try to see if we can lower that a little bit by bring it down to 50. My mic, I have it set to 400, so hopefully you'll be able to hear my voice over the game audio. The last time I made this video, you were not able to. So let's go back into so if I want to capture my game, I have to go, I usually go game capture. So let's say number 2, because we don't care. I go specific window, and then I go Xbox app, and of course I take the capture cursor. No, I don't want my cursor being captured, and I pretty much leave the rest as is. Now obviously when you look at game capture, you won't be able to see it because it's not, I have to go back into here. So let's just press the button, and just so that we can get past the music here, because it is a little loud. I will try to turn it down. And I'm being attacked by a cat here. He likes me too much. Alright, so let's see if we can go to settings right away. Maybe I can turn the master. There we go. Now the Mac, I just turn it down just for now. And obviously when I do a stream, I might turn it up. But okay, and let's go back to OBS there. Now, here is the Fallout game capture. Let me just put that down. You got it in order here. Let me just put it to the bottom. Okay, and so let's go properties. And there you see it is capturing it, but because I'm making a video, I still have the display capture here, and for some odd reason it's difficult to actually see the actual, unless I have it, if I bring it back up, right? Because it's actually capturing the display. I could probably switch it to actually do window capture, but I have a hard time with the window capture. For some reason it doesn't want to work. Alright, so let's go back to this little guy here. Okay, he's actually done. So it says bandwidth. So if you look at here, this one's like 10, like, Chicago is 10, and it's only 29 milliseconds, which is basically the ping, and the quality is 100. And so basically, I originally had it set to New York, which is not as good, okay, as far as quality. As long as it's over 80, apparently it's fine. It's like, and of course here it's 88. But I decided, like, well, Chicago looks pretty damn good, so I ended up switching to Chicago. So you can just exit. It's just a tool to kind of, and you can actually make your tests longer. You could do ping only, bursts. You can actually even do 5 minutes, and I still actually want to do like a 5-minute test at some point, but that's a little cool. So it's called Twitch Bandwidth Test. you can just Google that and download it to your PC, and you can actually do a test. All right, so basically, all you really need if you want to stream to Twitch, okay, especially if you're still using if you're streaming from console, okay, you have the Xbox app, you probably have to download it. And like I said, the way I do it is my headset's plugged into my controller like I usually do. It's hardwired to my PC. I do have a wireless adapter, but I haven't been able to get it to work. All you need is a game capture, which captures the Xbox app, and then audio output, audio input. That's it. That's all you really need. And don't forget, you can play with the mixer here. You also can do audio monitoring. It does work. Sometimes it's a little tricky. You might have to read up a little bit more about this. I just care about this, the volume here. It allows me to increase the volume of my microphone and the game output. So you can play around with that to get a better mix between the game and mic audio. And so yeah, because like I said, the display capture, wouldn't actually be here. I need it just to record the OBS window. That's why it's there. So basically, you can get away with, in one scene, you can get away with just 3 things: game capture, audio out, audio in. But of course, you can add a lot more. As you can see, let's say my Skyrim no cam, I have a logo. I have the SAVG logo. Audio in, audio out. I got my title. I've got a blue border overlay. I got my Streamlabs. I got my tip jar. And then I got my game capture. But I've actually had scenes where I've had like almost 20 different things in just once. For sources, I'd have like a browser source. So when you right click under sources, you go add. Like, these are all the things you can select. I've had text. I've had media source. I've had image. I've had image slideshow. I would have a browser source. There's so many things you can add. But it also makes it more complex. So, like I said, all you really need is the first 2 here and the last one to actually stream. And then, of course, you would just click the Start Streaming button. Once you've got the, let's go back to settings. Once you've got this part here done, your Twitch, you got your stream key, you've chosen your server. As you can see, I've chosen Chicago because it came up to being the best. And then obviously here's your outputs. You can actually basically take a look at this. You can put your output like mine. I have nothing in my audio because I don't need it. I put it actually as a source. And in the video, of course, you can have it similar to what I have. Yeah, so that's pretty much it there, guys. If you like this tutorial, by no means am I an expert in OBS. I am not. I've only started using it recently. This is just what I've started to do. I'm just going to go here to transform, edit transform. This is for the game capture. I've just noticed that it is actually still there. What I do is I try to put it to, if I can, put it to 200. And oh no. See, right now it's not liking me. There. Okay. Oh, it still did it. Okay. Probably because I'm recording. It shows up as a little tiny red thing there that you have to expand. Actually, I could probably do it this way here. Go transform, and you go stretch the screen maybe, and I don't know if it's there or not. Go back to transform. Maybe I can say fit the screen. It's actually there somewhere. I think it's over here or something. It's there. But anyways, see if I go back to there and bring OBS back. Like if you actually go to properties, you can see it is capturing Fallout right now, which is the Xbox app. It's actually not capturing the game. It's actually capturing the Xbox app, which is capturing the game more or less. Alright, well, that being said, if you guys like the tutorial, you can follow me on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch. It's Muad'Dib Jedi. And thank you so much for checking this video out. Later.